In 1901, a poignant moment was captured in London when Adelaide Springett, a young woman from a working class background, was photographed by Horace Warner. Ashamed by the worn condition of her boots, she chose to take them off before posing for the photograph, which showed the personal insecurities many faced in Edwardian Britain. Today, I will tell you her story. Adelaide Ann Springett was born in 1893 in George in the East London, to William Springett and Margaret Kelly. Adelaide was a triplet, but sadly her two sisters died at birth. Another sister, Susanna, died aged only 4 years old. She attended St Mary's School and then St Joseph's School. In 1901, she can be found boarding with her mother at a Salvation Army shelter in Hanbury, London. Sadly, her mother passed away in 1907 from chronic alcoholism. Adelaide was a witness. She said they had been living at 31 Dorset Street, which was called the Haunted House. The coroner asked why, but she said, "I don't know." The juror said, "Perhaps a murder was committed there." The coroner said, "I should not be surprised to hear so." Adelaide said they had been turned out 3 weeks ago. She went to Gun Street, a sister went to Flower and Dean Street, and her father went somewhere in Brick Lane. She said on Wednesday morning she found her mother surrounded by a crowd outside the haunted house. She was removed to the infirmary. William John Springett, the husband, said they couldn't pay rent and were turned out of the haunted house. He didn't know where his wife had lived since. She used to drink and couldn't eat, but he didn't know where she got the money from to buy drink. At times she seemed a bit of a loony. After hearing further evidence, the coroner remarked that it appeared to be another illustration of life in Spitalfields, and the verdict of death from natural causes was returned. Adelaide married Frank Harling in 1923. They lived at 2 Leinster Street, Paddington. Frank passed away in 1952, aged 69. Incredibly, after a difficult start in life, Adelaide passed away in 1986, aged 93. Her last address was 20 Linacre Court, Hammersmith. So rest in peace, Adelaide. You will be remembered. In 1900, Horace Warner took portraits of children in Quaker Street, who were some of the poorest in London at the time. This photo features Walter Seabrook, who was born on the 23rd of April 1890, to William and Elizabeth Seabrook of Custon Street, Hoxton. When this photo was taken, the family were living in Pearl Street, Spitalfields, and his father was working as a printer's labourer. When Walter was 24 years old, he was conscripted to fight in World War I. He survived the war and married Alice Noon on Christmas Day 1918 at St Matthew's, Bethnal Green. Walter worked as an electrician, and the family lived at 2 Prince's Court, Gibraltar Walk. They had 3 children: Walter, born in 1919, Alice, born in 1922, and Gladys, born in 1924. By 1939, he was working at a power station, and this is where he worked the rest of his life. This boy, who came from humble beginnings and fought in World War I, passed away in 1971, aged 81. So rest in peace, Walter. You will be remembered.